Great, thank you. I wonder how many of those things you got right. I bet maybe if you help out with setting the table at home, you would put out a knife, a fork and a spoon for your pudding, because they just go together, don't they? Imagine getting ready for bed tonight and you have your toothbrush and your toothpaste. You put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, but there's no tea. How silly. They just go together, don't they? If you like the PJ Masks like we do in this house, you'll know that Catboy has his super cat speed, Gecko has his super gecko muscle, and Owlet has her super owl wings. And if they don't work together, then they can't save the day. And imagine how rubbish the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears would be if you just had porridge that was too hot, porridge that was too cold, and no porridge that was just right. You see, some things just have to go together. If you have one but not the other, it just doesn't work. Do you remember what Simon said earlier? That the book of the Bible that we're looking at, we're going to be looking at over the coming weeks, it talks all about faith. And he read our memory verse, which says that if faith does nothing, it is dead, because it's alone. If we have faith but no action, our faith is dead. So what we need to understand is that knowing Jesus and living because Jesus died for you just have to go together. He's saying that knowing Jesus just isn't enough, because lots of people might know that Jesus died, but to trust Jesus means that you live for him also. Do you remember over Easter, we looked at Jesus on the cross, and do you remember the criminal who was next to Jesus, the one who trusted Jesus with his life? What happened was that the criminal gave his sin to Jesus, but remember, the criminal got Jesus' perfect life. The Bible promises us that if we believe that Jesus died for our sin and rose to eternal life, then our sins are forgiven and we're promised new life and a new heart. And that life starts as soon as we trust Jesus, not just in heaven. This is what James writes at the start of his letter to Christians all over who are living not that long after Jesus died and rose again. The verse says, he chose to give us birth through the word of truth, that we might be a kind of first fruits of all he created. James is talking about God giving us new life through the good news of Jesus, so that we will love God and live for God. New life means new living. Now imagine you receive the most amazing present, okay? You're so excited about it, like we talked about last week, an amazing gift. Imagine you get it and you unwrap it and you open it, but then you just sort of put it in a box somewhere and you just forget about it. Or imagine you get a ticket to go somewhere, maybe Legoland. You've been so looking forward to it. You open it up, you get the ticket, but then you just put it to the side somewhere. You never use that thing. You never enjoy that thing. It just doesn't work, does it? You have it, but you never use it. James is saying it's the same with the new life that we've been given by God through the good news of Jesus dying and rising for us. If we just know that Jesus was there, we just know that he died and rose again, then our faith is dead. But no, instead, God gives us new life through Jesus so that we can live for God. And that is amazing. It's the best thing for us. We're going to be spending the next few weeks understanding lots of different ways of what it looks like to live in that new life that we have, that's been given to us by God through the good news of Jesus. And I've got some actions for you to remember each week, okay? So the first one for this week is new life means new living, okay? So we're going to do like this. If you want to do it with me. So you've got your hands together like this. And we say new life means new living. Because we have new life given to us by God so that we can live for God. And that's what faith is. It's new life given to us by God so that we can live for God. Let's do it one more time. New life means new living. So remember that for next week, and we'll have a look at some more. But for now, we're going to sing a song which helps us to understand a little bit more of what it means to follow King Jesus.